Imagine your government becoming so worried about the future that it starts helping people find dates. Not business meetings, not job interviews, actual romantic dates. It sounds strange, but that's exactly what has happened in parts of South Korea. Faced with one of the world's lowest birth rates, local governments have experimented with matchmaking events, dating subsidies, and relationship programs designed to help young people meet. But can governments really help people fall in love? Welcome back to Tiny Mechanisms Around the World, where science, nature, and human ingenuity often collide in unexpected ways. Today, we're uncovering why South Korea is paying people to fall in love. To understand these programs, we first need to understand South Korea's demographic crisis. South Korea's fertility rate has fallen to around 0.7 children per woman in recent years. For comparison, a stable population usually requires about 2.1. This means fewer children are being born each year. Schools are closing. The population is aging rapidly, and policymakers worry about future labor shortages and economic growth. The government has already spent billions of dollars on housing support, childcare programs, and family incentives. But officials realized something important. Before people get married, they usually have to meet first. Many young South Koreans face significant challenges. Housing prices are high. Work hours can be long. Education costs are expensive. And many people feel financial pressure before considering marriage or children. As a result, dating, marriage, and parenthood are often delayed. Some people simply don't have many opportunities to meet potential partners. This is where local governments began experimenting. Across South Korea, cities and provinces have organized government-sponsored dating and matchmaking events. These programs became especially common during the 2010s and 2020s. Participants typically apply in advance. Selected singles attend organized social events, group activities, dinners, or guided matchmaking sessions. Some municipalities also provide small subsidies or vouchers to help cover dating expenses. Typical support ranges from roughly 30,000 to 100,000 Korean won, about $20 to $75 US dollars. The goal isn't to pay people to marry. The goal is to reduce barriers that prevent people from meeting in the first place. Surprisingly, some programs have reported encouraging short-term results. Many matchmaking events report that 20% to 50% of participants leave with a potential match. A smaller percentage continue dating afterward, and an even smaller number eventually marry. For example, some local government matchmaking programs have reported dozens of marriages from a few hundred participants over several years. However, success rates vary widely depending on the program. Not every event works, and none have dramatically reversed South Korea's national birth rate decline. This reveals the biggest challenge. Finding a date is only one piece of the puzzle. Even when people meet someone they like, larger issues remain: housing affordability, childcare costs, job security, work-life balance. Many experts believe these factors play a much larger role in birth rates than dating opportunities alone. In other words, governments can help people meet. They cannot guarantee marriage, children, or long-term relationships. The fascinating part of this story is that South Korea is applying economic thinking to a social problem. Instead of waiting for relationships to happen naturally, some local governments try to reduce the cost and difficulty of meeting people. The logic is simple: no meeting, no dating, no marriage, no families. From that perspective, even a subsidized dinner becomes a demographic policy. South Korea's dating programs aren't really about romance, they're about demographics. Faced with one of the world's lowest birth rates, local governments are experimenting with creative ways to help people connect. The results have been mixed, but they reveal how far countries may go when population decline becomes a national concern. Sometimes solving a huge problem begins with something surprisingly small: helping two people meet. So next time you hear about a government-sponsored dating event, remember, it isn't just about romance. It's part of a much larger effort to shape the country's future. If you enjoyed this episode of Tiny Mechanisms Around the World, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you next time for another small mechanism that changes how we see the world. Take care.